Hello and welcome to my channel. Today's video is a chatty video. It's been a while that I haven't been here talking to you because I have been busy in the real life. So yeah, I haven't had the time to sit and chat with you and show you what I'm working on. In the meantime, I am working in different projects that for some I am excited to continue working on, but yeah, for some maybe I lost my inspiration. It happens. So I thought maybe I sit down, I show you what I am working on, and maybe I can have some help from you, and you can let me know in the comment section down below which actually is a project that I should continue working, making a pattern, making a video tutorial, and which one I better don't bother. So yeah, it's a great help from you. So I do want to show you today some project that I'm working on, some new yarn that I ordered. It's kind of mixed thing, mixed topics, and also a new craft that I like. So without further ado, let me just start first and show you some of my projects. This is my first project. I did sew a very beautiful sweater. I saw this picture of this one color checkered sweater on this model, and it was so beautiful. So I thought, well, I can crochet that pattern, and from there came this idea. Actually, this is actually the sleeve, but let me show you closer. Yeah, so this is a pattern that I'm working on. I do want to make a sweater with this pattern, and I do love the color. I think, yeah, I like this color, and it looks also very nice on me. So if you think that I should continue this pattern of sweater using this checkered pattern, just let me know in the comment section down below, so I can, yeah, I think I will continue writing the pattern and doing the video tutorial. So this is project number 1. Well, talking about checkered pattern, there is also a rhombus pattern, if I can say so. Sorry, I'm not a native English speaker, and I try my best to speak the best English that I can, so please don't judge me, or yeah, okay, you can judge me, but you know, that's my English. So I did the same pattern that was in the previous one, that is like squares, checkered pattern, but this is with rhombus. So let me show you. So this is how the pattern looks like, and of course I thought also to make a sweater with this. Actually, I love this pattern. It looks very, very nice, and I have been working with, this has wool. This is expensive fiber. And I don't know, I like this rhombus pattern like this. I think it's very pretty. So I would like to know your ideas, your opinions, and yeah, this pattern might be a little bit hard to make, to develop in sizes. Yeah, because the rhombus is not so easy as is the square. It does not give you too much. Yeah, it's not so easy. But yeah, I can do it. It's just that I do want to know from you if I don't have to bother with this rhombus pattern, and I just do the checkered one, since now everybody is crazy about checkered patterns. So yeah, just let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think about project number 2, which I call the rhombus project? Another project that I am working on is you know, those small Bottega Veneta small handbags that are so fashion right now, that they have this knot. I will put for you some pictures somewhere here, so maybe you have a clearer idea. That is the bag that I'm trying to replicate, and now they have been doing that with fur too. So I did kind of like an example, but I do want to do this in fur. There is some yarn that gives the impression of fur. I will show you later that I have bought some of it, so I will show you what is the yarn that I am actually intending to actually do this pattern. So I did a sample, but this is really not so beautiful. This is just a sample for me to you know, to do the counting and to do actually the real pattern. So please don't judge me. It's, you know, just like this. And you can see that it's not finished yet. There are all these things, but you know, just an idea what I want to do, you know, the small Bottega Veneta bags like this. And I do want to do this, but in fur, okay? So let me show you actually the yarn that I bought. So the yarn that I bought is this yarn. It's kind of a furry yarn. It's called mink, but you can find this yarn everywhere. Anyway, if I do the tutorial, I'm going to let you know, and I will put for you the link. I hope you can see this. So this is the yarn that I am actually thinking to work with and to do the Bottega Veneta clutch. And actually I do love this color. I mean, lila, what's not to love about lila? Yeah, and it's actually also my favorite color. So yeah, let me know, what do you think about this idea? Should I do the pattern? Should I bother with the furry yarn? Yeah, I do have some other ideas with the fur yarn. Probably I'm gonna do them in future. Yeah, so this was project number 3, which I call it the fur project. Okay, let me show you another project. Actually, this project I did a sweater which was black with white stripes, but I did use a very a thinner hook of what I'm using here. So that made the sweater a little bit chunky, a little bit too tight, I think, and it was also a little bit too heavy. So that's why I thought I do need to use a bigger hook. In this case, the work will be more opened, and then also the yarn, yeah, it will be less yarn once you work with a very big hook. And that means that it is not also going to be so heavy, because, you know, one stitch will take less yarn and it will be like a bigger hole. So I tried with a bigger hook, and this is what I came up with. I am planning to do a sweater with my other pattern. Actually, I did a sweater with that pattern previously, and then I am going to use that, and it's very easy. I just have to adapt it with stripes. And also to do the stripes, because I work horizontally, you know, and to work horizontally, that means that you are going to work with 2 yarns, and it's not tapestry crochet. So this is from the back. Yeah, it's not for beginners. I mean, the pattern itself is easy because you just need all those 4 panels. The thing is how to work with 2 colors horizontally. So this is something that it will take a little bit of time from the people that want to do this pattern. I mean, once you grab the idea, then it goes on very quickly. The point is that it will take maybe a little bit more time to learn this stitch, how to work this stitch with 2 colors, rather than, you know, just learn 1 stitch and then just work with that all the way and with 1 color. So if this is something that you might be interested in, let me know. And yeah, I think I'm gonna continue doing this because I need this one for me. I want this sweater, and I'm gonna do it anyway. It's just that I do want to know if you are interested on this pattern, to making a sweater, and you know, I can write a pattern for this and I can do a video tutorial. So let me know in the comment section down below. So more or less these were the projects that I have on my hands right now at this moment, but I do have a lot of on my mind for later on that, yeah, I think I'm gonna start hopefully to, you know, to do some samples or some swatches or things like that. So I'm gonna continue working. That's why I ordered some other yarn. As you saw previously, I did show you this yarn, and I got this one in big bag with 10 skeins, and it was not very expensive, and I think this will I will get out of this bag a lot of projects, so for me it's worth it. So I got this teddy bear yarn in lila, in purple, light purple, and I got it also in black. Now the problem is that when you work in black, you cannot work during the night. I mean, during the night, you just cannot see this color. I tried because I thought, oh, maybe I can. Well, no, it doesn't really work. So yeah, with this kind of yarn, you have to be careful because it's already thin, and even during the day, you cannot really see very well. Actually, I'm thinking to mix it with another thin yarn, which will help me to see the stitches, because you can't see the stitches with this one. So this is a day project, not a night project for sure. But I did got it in black because I do want to have some teddy bear fur handbags, and I want one in black. You know, black is a universal color. It goes with everything. So I do want to have it one in black. So that's why I got the black color. Also another yarn that I got is velvet in this beige color. Let me show you closer. And yeah, I got the same brand, Himalaya. I will drop for you everything in the description box down below. And I did get this one because it was the beige that I want. I couldn't find the beige that I want in this color. So yeah, that's why I ended up getting this velvet. I'm planning also to use this thing and this yarn maybe for some handbags as well. So this was yarn number 3. Okay, you guys, so let's, you know, leave for a while crochet projects, yarns and things like that. Yeah, another craft that I am very intrigued and I do want to try on is punch needle. Why I'm interested? I don't know. I just have this feeling with the punch needle, especially because a punch needle, you can use it with a thread, which will be like, you know, doing very beautiful designs with a punch needle. But also punch needle you can use also with yarn, like very thick yarn. And you can make carpets and you can make cushions and very beautiful stuff with punch needle. So that's why I was interested, because as I told you, I do want to do something also with the recycling, like yarn that probably I don't want to crochet anymore. I can just use it, you know, punching. So let's punch. So I thought I better get a very beginner set with a punch needle. I have seen a course on Domestika about punch needle. I will leave for you the link in the description box down below, and you can use a code as well. I can get a code for you so you can have a discount probably. And yeah, that is a course that I did in Domestika about punch needle. I did just see the course, I didn't do it by myself, but you know, when I bought the beginner set, the needles of the beginner set, I had an idea what I was looking for. I wasn't just, you know, going in the dark. Because of that course, which I'm gonna do it again, because once you buy the course in Domestika, you have them for life. So yeah, I was very curious. I did bought a beginner set. So the beginner set came here like this. Amazon, of course. I am very happy with it. When it came, it was just like this. You can see inside there is 2 punch needles, this one and this one. I mean, you can get those sets that have 2 like this and 2 like this, but why would I need those? So I just got 2 punch needles and then some other stuff that you will need for punching. So there is this punch needle, and with this punch needle, actually you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D. Actually, you can have 4 kinds of height of your needle, because this determines how much the yarn will be long in the back. So maybe it doesn't make sense, but who has a little bit of an idea what punch needle is, then you will know. Okay, so you will have 4 kind of stitches, let's say, with this punch needle. So then the set had also this wooden punch needle, which actually I love and I do use a lot. And yeah, this has just 1 barrel over here, 1 height of the barrel, so you can just do 1 kind of stitch with this one. Very useful, I love it. Then you get this very thin thing, and I know you will think, oh, what the hell is that? But believe me, this is very useful. You need this to punch, to use this needle. So you are just going to put it here. If you see, there is a hole. So you need to put the thread in here and then in here. So how you're gonna get the thread in here? You need this thing. That's why you need this thing. And so you just put this thing here, put the yarn over here and pull, and the yarn is in the other side, and then you put it here in the back. I mean, this is very crazy, but it works. And then you put here and then pull again, and the yarn, oh, there was some left over. And you pull again and you have the yarn, okay? So this is something very, very, very useful. You don't want to miss this one. Also, it has this other two for the thread, for the yarn, that you can pull the yarn. And then the last two things, tapestry needles, a lot of them. I don't know why they have put this one, but yeah, well, I use them, so. And then there is a pan, an erasable pan. Yeah, I think it's a very useful set. Oh, of course, in the set, there was also this piece of Aida. Hope you can see that. Yeah, I did use it already. So I did start it to punch a little bit because I do want to be uniform, and I do want to have all the stitches uniform. So you need to practice a little bit. So here is my work, and I punch from this side and you have the stitch like this, which I think it's very beautiful. And in the back, look at this one. And this is also very, very beautiful. So yeah, I encourage you guys, start getting one of these sets and punch. I think that one can do so many beautiful things with a punch needle, there is so many things to do. And also, this was some leftover yarn of mine, and you can just combine your leftover yarns. Like, it was a very small bowl, and then I just did all this side, and I can get maybe another dark blue color or something, and then continue the rest, and it's very, very beautiful in my opinion. So this is another, I can say, craft that I will love to continue doing. But of course, I don't have all the time in the world, but just let me know if you have ever done a punch needle project. What do you think about it? Do you have any idea about it or not? You just let me know. And yeah, so pretty much that was it, my darlings. I will see you on my next one, and yeah, until then, tschüss!